Hey y'all, what's up? And welcome back to my channel.
We skip the small talks, got straight to the dreams. Give your all, then I will, we make the perfect team. You skip the small talks, got straight to the dreams. You give your all, then I will, we make the perfect team. Got straight to the dreams. We make the perfect team.
Before doing anything, before getting into this video, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. Again, as time go on, I'll have different content. So we'll be talking about a lot of different things. Just whatever's put on my spirit to talk about, whatever I'm led to talk about. So go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and watch my previous videos. But right now, let's get into this video. So, as I mentioned before, part one was my husband and I. We just discussed, our reactions and stuff like that to find out we were pregnant and everything that led up to me finding out that we were pregnant. Part two, it was just some questions that I had on my Instagram that I let some of my followers just ask me. I addressed those questions and answered them. Now part three, which is this video right here, I'm just going to be discussing everything that I've experienced from my first trimester, my second trimester, and now I am 35 weeks pregnant. So I am currently in my third trimester. So I will be talking about everything that I have been experiencing as far as pregnancy. So we're gonna go ahead and get straight into the first trimester. If you haven't watched, my part one video, go ahead and watch it. But speaking of that, my first trimester, all I can say is thank you, God, for getting me through that first trimester, for real. Because the first trimester, the first symptom that I was experiencing before I even knew I was pregnant, I was tired all the time. Like, I'm talking about, I was never a nap person. You see what I mean? Anyway, I was never a nap person at first, but I was always taking a nap. Like, I'm talking about long naps. Like, y'all, I was tired. Like, even when I went to bed at night, I was tired. So I was getting sleep. So, I mean, it didn't dawn on me at that moment that, oh, you might be pregnant. But at the same time, I was just tired. I just felt so tired, super drained, everything like that. So, another thing that some of you may experience is morning sickness. For me, I don't know why they called it morning sickness, because I was sick the entire day. So, daily sickness is what I call it. I was sick in the morning. Because I was sick in the morning, I'll try to eat something small or drink some water. Anything that I drunk, sipped, I could just taste something. I'm talking about I threw it up. Everything. Nothing would stay down. When I say nothing, nothing would stay down. And it was so frustrating. I ended up having to go to the hospital, because they tried to give me fluids through an IV. Y'all, I panicked. I couldn't even sit in the hospital. And I think another thing that I experienced during my first trimester is just anxiety, like unexpected anxiety. And I believe that's just because, your hormones are changing and things like that. But I definitely experienced anxiety. Anytime they tried to, and I'm not afraid of needles at all, but anytime they tried to, give me fluids through an IV, I would panic. I don't know if it was because I was by myself. I was nervous. It was my first time experiencing that. I don't know, but I would have bad anxiety. So we spoke about you being tired. You may experience sickness, morning sickness, daily sickness. You may just experience sickness overall. I would say another thing too, because I was sick, I did lose weight. I know a lot of people who just lose weight anyway, regardless. So I lost like 10 to 15 pounds before I even started gaining weight. So I was smaller than what I originally was. At that time, ooh, I'm telling y'all, it was so bad. Excuse me, but it was so bad. I was sick, throwing up. I was losing weight. I couldn't eat. I didn't have energy. So that whole aspect was just horrible. Another thing that I would say, and I'm sorry if there are men who are listening to this, but you may experience some discharge, ladies. Sorry, discharge. Let me just throw this disclaimer out there. I'm going off of my experience. I'm not saying everybody's going to experience this. I'm going off of my personal experiences of what I experienced. Everybody is different. Everybody has different bodies. Everybody has different experiences. So, with that being said, don't think because I'm telling you my experience that it's going to happen to you, because it may or may not. You know, I'm just telling you my experience. So, like I said, going back, you may experience some discharge. The only thing I did for that was just simply make sure I kept on panty liners, because, you know, it can mess up your underwear and stuff like that. I don't want to get into all that. But, you know, I just simply kept panty liners with me, on me. I kept them on, whatever. Also kept wipes, you know. For myself, I care about my hygiene, of course. So, some of you may not. Some of you may be nasty. I'm just kidding. But I care about my hygiene, so I always kept wipes with me, things like that. Personal things that made me comfortable during that time, because I already felt ugh and blah all the time. So, which brings me to my next point. Y'all, I was so sick that I didn't even want to take a shower. I didn't even want to bathe myself. I'm just going to be open with you all, be transparent. I didn't even want to bathe. I had to force myself to bathe. And again, this is a person who cares about her hygiene. I will take 2 to 3 showers a day. But during that time, my first trimester, I didn't have any energy to go bathe. So I would have to literally force myself to go bathe. Like, I'm talking about, and I was just doing quick showers just to hurry up and, you know what I'm saying? Just to clean myself and get out. Because, again, every time I got in the shower, being that I especially like my water to be hot, which was making it worse because I already felt sick and nauseous. So it was just bad. It would make me feel weak every time I get in the shower. But I got through it. That's all that matters. So yeah, another thing that you may experience is your boobs may be tender. Your boobs may start to become tender, very tender. Which is normal. Everything that I'm speaking about is normal, y'all. So if you are experiencing these things, don't think that is anything wrong with you. You have a whole life growing inside of you. That's a total different experience in itself. Whether it's your first time or your third time, it's still different. It's going to be different for every baby. It's going to be different every time. So if you are experiencing these things, don't think it's something wrong with you. Don't think you're nasty. Like, because I ain't gonna lie, I being that this is my first, I went through so many different little emotions at the beginning during my first trimester. So again, going back, your boobs may be a little tender. That's normal. And they're still kind of tender right now. But only thing I did for that, I didn't really do nothing for that part. I just made sure I didn't, you know, hit them or anything. And I made sure I had a good supportive bra, you know, so they just won't be everywhere. But yeah, make sure you have a good supportive bra so that you can be comfortable. With everything, just make sure you're comfortable. As I spoke about in part 2 of my video, my cravings, during the first trimester, I had so many different cravings. I mean, not so many, but I'm gonna just say my eating was just thrown off. One, of course, because I was sick. But by the time I got to the point where I could eat something, because what happened was, at first I was sick all the time, all day, whatever. Then it got to the point where I was just sick the first half of the day. But then after like 4 p.m., I'll be able to eat something, right? Just a little bit of something, right? So when I would eat, I was craving like lo mein noodles all the time. Like, I wanted the lo mein noodles with the sauce, the sweet sauce on it. I wanted that specific taste. And I wanted like sausage, like the red hot links. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but if you do, you do. But I wanted the red sausage hot links like all the time. Oh my God. Those and lo mein, that's all I wanted at first. So you're gonna have different cravings. I didn't really experience the pickle thing. I didn't really experience the whole craving of pickle. I mean, I did realize that I like pickles on my sandwich now versus when I wasn't pregnant. I did not want pickles, but now it's so good on my sandwich. But I don't be wanting extra or craving extra or nothing like that. So again, so we went over, you know, first trimester, tired all the time, very tired, may or may not experience sickness. Your cravings will change. You may experience discharge. You may even have tender boobs. You may lose weight before you gain. Things like that. And again, your hormones are changing. So that's a major difference in itself during the first trimester. Now going into the second trimester. Second trimester was very, very easy for me. And I would say that starting off with handling my morning sickness, the doctors finally gave me something that will help with my sickness, okay? And I'm going to put that in the description box. It's just these 2 medicines that I take before I go to sleep. And I'm telling you, I didn't have no sickness at all. Just take my medicine every day. One time I messed around and got a different one, but I thought it was the same one. I didn't know it was a difference. And I was throwing up like crazy, like throwing up like super duper crazy. So those 2 medicines really helped me. I still take those medicines till this day. And I still throw up randomly. Like, I guess it just depends. I don't know. I noticed that in the second trimester, I started to be on a schedule. So I would have to wake up every day at the same time. I would have to eat at the same time. I have to go lay down at the same time, take naps at the same. Everything was just like about a schedule and a routine. So if my routine was thrown off, I would get sick for some reason, regardless if I took the medicine or not. But yeah, and of course it depends on what you eat. So second trimester was way better. Found something that worked for my sickness, so that went away. I had way more energy, like major energy boost during that time. So I started working out heavy. I did gain weight, even though I was working out. I gained weight. That's when my weight started to gain. That's when I began showing, really. I started having a little baby bump then. Weight gain, energy boost. Oh, I started to get like little headaches. Mine weren't major, but they were just like, for some reason it was always at night though. I would always get like these little headaches. And I wouldn't take anything for it because at that time I didn't know what medications I could take that wouldn't affect my baby. So I didn't take any medications. I just kind of, you know, went to sleep. Thankfully, it wasn't that the headaches weren't that bad. I start feeling little flutters in the second trimester. Start feeling my baby flutter a little bit. It just felt like little butterflies. It didn't feel like a kick or anything necessarily yet, but felt little butterflies. My first time experiencing that, or just experiencing my baby move in general, was on my birthday. So that was a great birthday surprise for me. I was very excited. My husband was able to feel him move and everything. So very excited. Another thing that I would say is your hair, skin, and your nails. It's going to change. I mean, I always had good skin, you know what I'm saying? But it was a glow about my skin. My skin was just more, I just realized that it was just flourishing, you know? My nails grow quick, really quick. Like, I'm telling you, I would get my nails done. Usually I can make my nails last 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Man, I would have to get my nails done every week. And like, it seemed like they would grow super duper fast in 1 week. My hair flourishing as well. Grew fast tremendously. Big difference. My hair grew quick. So that's another thing of the second trimester. So you got your weight gain, you got your energy boost, you got, what else did I say? Oh, may experience some headaches during that time. May feel your baby start to move. Your hair, skin, and nails gonna grow, flourish. As far as my mood, because I had more energy, my mood was okay. I think I was good. I had little moments where I started to feel lonely in a sense, but I spoke about that in my last video. But so I did start feeling a little moody. But what I did for that was just, like I said, I would exercise, I would journal, pray, I would read my Bible. Anything that would keep me sane and give me peace, that's what I was doing. So doing all those things helped me feel better in the second trimester as far as my moods. But like I said, ton of energy. I felt great. Not gonna complain. Now the third trimester, which is currently, I've been way more tired. So you're gonna have a decrease in energy. Your discharge kind of kicks it up a notch. Let's see, what else have I been experiencing third trimester? Your boobs start to get tender again. I feel like the second trimester they didn't really get tender, but your boobs started getting a little tender again. I gained so much weight. Baby got so much bigger. Stomach got huge. Start showing like crazy. Something that I would mention as well is the back aches. Like, my feet and my back started hurting like crazy during the third trimester. My pelvis, like, now my pelvis and stuff was sore and all that stuff, like, towards the end of the second trimester, I started to feel it. But now I really feel it. Like, it's really sore. It's hard for me to get out of bed. I have to roll over a certain way to get out the bed. I always have to pee. Like, it seems like every 5 to 10 minutes. It feels like you really, really, really gotta pee. Then you really go and hurry up and go pee. It ain't nothing but a little bit. So they'd be like, bruh. But you have to pee a lot. So many different times. For no reason. So, yeah. So you have your pelvic pain. Your back pain. Your feet start hurting. The more you're on your feet, they may start to swell a little bit. Mine start to swell. But then, like, once I keep my feet up for a minute, the swelling goes down a lot. Let's see. What else did I experience in the third trimester? Again, for the most part, I'm just tired. That's really it. And, and another thing. I experienced I started to nest a lot. So now I'm just moving everything around, getting everything in order, preparing for the baby to arrive, making room for my little one. So I've been nesting a lot. Let's see. But yeah, and that's it. So that's some things that I guess in the third trimester that I've been experiencing. But I wanted to show you something that my sister got me for my back pain and my pelvis pain, right? And I'm going to put it on with you all really quickly. Nothing major, nothing like that. It's not difficult at all, but it's a maternity belt. And what it does is it pulls up your pelvis. No, it pulls up your stomach. I'm sorry. Pulls up your stomach so it won't feel like your baby's on your pelvis. So your pelvis won't have a lot of pressure on it. And then it also supports your back, so your back won't hurt. Now, you're not supposed to wear this all day, every day. You're only supposed to wear it just for a few minutes, an hour maybe or two out the day. But they don't recommend that you wear it all day because you need your body to get used to carrying the heavy load, right? So I'm gonna go get that real quick and put that on for y'all. All right, so hopefully y'all can see me. But mine came with 3 parts, right? My belt. So have this little thing, and I'm putting it on piece by piece. Sorry, I'm all discombobulated. So mine came with 3 parts or whatever. You see this part? This is the part that goes right. So you see, this is gonna cause your stomach to lift up off your pelvis. So you wrap this around. And you want to put it right under, like right under your stomach, above your pelvis. A little squeeze. Make sure it's not too tight. You don't want to hurt your baby. So yeah, that's that. All right. So now part 2. This is the back support part. You have your little, I forgot what it's called. Oh, Velcro right here, so that your band can stick on. So you want your Velcro on the outside, of course. What you're gonna do is make sure it's even around your back. You're gonna take one side, hook it up to this part right here. And take the other side. Make sure it's comfortable and tight enough for you. Not too tight. You see that? Pull it up in the back, pull it down, adjust it. That's part 2. Part 3 is your little band with, again, your Velcro on it. All right, so I'm gonna take this and place it on these sides. Now, it's funny because when I first wore this, it was too big. This part was way too big, so I had the strap all the way down here. But now, it actually fits. So, you can see my stomach, how big I am. But yeah, this overall just supports your back. So, this pulls up your stomach, as I mentioned before. So, you have support for your pelvis. You have support for your back. And I use this when I'm just walking around the house, you know. If I have to wash dishes, clean up real quick. Some people wear it at their job. It helps you to sit up straight when you're sitting down, maybe at a desk or something. But overall, this helps tremendously with your back pain and things like that. I'm just gonna keep that on. But yeah, so overall, it helps tremendously with your back pain. And just pulling your baby off your pelvis, because that really hurts. And it's uncomfortable, especially when you're trying to walk and stuff like that. Which I recommend. Make sure you're doing some exercises, stretching and walking, things like that, staying active. Thank you so much for joining me again with my video. I hope this video helped you all in so many different ways, or at least just one way. But again, subscribe. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Share this video, and I will see you all soon.
We make the perfect team. Got straight to the dream. We make the perfect team. Got straight to the dream.